Hola Lilo, dice hola. Coque, tiene la cuava. This is his cave.
He's jelly.
He likes it here where he goes in and out of there. Anyway, hello and welcome. I'm Tim and this is SV Paquita. And we have just had some great news that I'll share with you in just a second. But after yesterday's video, a lot of you have wonderfully chimed in and gave us all kinds of advice and thoughts and theories and all that sort of stuff. And I have to apologize because I probably didn't make things as clear as I probably should have. So in that spirit, let me start off by showing you what we have. So we have a tank right here, and it's 250 gallons of fuel. And it's got two lines out, 2 lines in, 2 returns. One goes to the generator and one goes to the main, our engine. So that goes back here, and down right where Runa's right knee is, underneath there, is a Raycor Series 1000 filter. And I may have said before, and if I said this, I didn't think I said it this way, but maybe I did, and I apologize. But that is the same filter housing and the same filter elements that they use on the tugboats, but they use them with 30 microns, and this one had a 10 micron in there. And it also hadn't been changed for 6 years. And it's so big. I mean, the bowl, you were saying it probably hold 2 or 3 liters, right? Yeah, just the glass bowl itself. So anyway, yesterday when we changed that out, that whole bowl was filled with black nastiness, water, not oil. And we cleaned it all out. We used brake clean. We got it spotless. And the only filter that we had on here that the original owner had left on here was a spare one. And because I don't change that one that often, because it's, like I say, it's the same filter that we use on the tugboats. And we're burning 140 gallons an hour on each one of those engines, where this thing barely burns a gallon an hour. So the flow rate is so minimal, it's not a big deal. Some people had suggested that I should use a vacuum gauge, and that brings us to our second line of filters, where that when it goes through that first line of cleaning, it comes over here, and we have these dual Raycors. And the way this works is that you'll be using right now, originally this was pointing this way, so this was like this. So when and then when we look down here, we saw some nastiness in the bottom of the bowl. You put a flashlight in there and you see all that. And so while the engine's running, you can go like this, and it just goes right over to the clean filter. And while that's there, we can change this filter out while the engine's running and everything. And as you can see, we have a vacuum gauge as well too. And since we've changed, now we haven't done it under load yet. We've put the RPMs up, but it will be better under load. We'll have a better look. But the vacuum is way, way, way down compared to what it was before. So that's great. Or I shouldn't say it's way down. The vacuum is very high right now, so it doesn't see a lot of restrictions. So that's great. So we're all happy about that. And the other day, this was the one that we could shine the light in the bowl. These have little valves in them, and you can bleed everything out. But that wasn't even enough. We took everything out and still cleaned everything up. Hey, where are you going? Where are you going? You coming to help? Kaku. Anyway, so that goes here, and then the third filter is the one that is on the engine here. It's got a primer here and the automatic water sensing alarm right there. So all those do that. Well, this is where I have the little news for that. I was thinking about this earlier, and I was just like, oh, I don't want to look for it. And then when somebody was saying something about I don't know, somebody in the comments said something, and it really made me say, you know what? I don't need to do that, but what I need to do is I need to verify that the tank isn't full of stuff. That I would, that if that big 1000 series filter out there just started pulling the stuff, we shouldn't leave the dock until we get all this polished. Well, anyway, you take up this, and there's the sender. You take the sender out, and it's an inspection port, and you can look in the tank. And Bob, would it be unfair to say that the tank with a flashlight looked like the day it was put in, right?
Good, yeah.
Yeah, it looked brand new. So that's all clean, but that's not all we did. Bob, can you I guess Lila wants to be in the picture here. Anyway, this was something that I remember years ago, well, you don't have to know when, but anyway, there's stuff that if you're not aware of, and if you have a gasoline or a diesel boat, it doesn't cost that much, and everybody should have this on board for times like this. I've had my boat for coming up on 5 years now, and I've never used it, but I always had it ready to go. This particular one is called Gasolia or something like that. Anyway, it's water finding paste. Some people call it water finding or water detecting paste, but basically we took the sender out. Oops, sorry. We took the sender out and we got a gaff, and you just put a little bit of this on the on it. See, it's a little brown. Can you see that all right?
Yep.
Should I put the light on? Let me.
No, I can see it all right.
All right. There we go. So you see that brown, and then you drop it in the tank, and obviously water is heavier than fuel. So if there's any bad stuff, it's at the bottom of the tank. You put it down there, and then you pull it back up, and watch what happens. If there's any water here, let's just get a little drop here. If there's any water that's exposed to this, look how it instantly turns red. See that? See how it turns red? And so if you do it all up and down the gaff like we did, I was expecting to see like that far, that would be that much water or sludge in there. Bob couldn't find any. We put it on the bottom of it. He moved it all around. There is no water in that tank, which is great. And I am going to sleep a lot better knowing that this stuff is saying that we've gotten everything out of the system and we are good to go. So if you don't have this stuff, and look, if you want an Amazon link, write in the comments, and I'll give you an Amazon link. Some of you also asked about the cameras, what make and model. If you want, I'll put just message me, right here in this video if you want. I'll send you a link to the cameras as well. And Amazon always says that they might give me a little something. I don't think I ever got anything out of it, but I'll give you a link anyway, so that's great. All right, so that's it for now. We are just kind of, Chris Lita's doing laundry, and Mark and Pat will be down here later. I think we're going to go top up the fuel tank now that we know that we're good. But probably before we put this away, after we get the new fuel, we should do it again. But anyway, well, we know that it's clean, so we'll see what happens. But then we'll go for a little day sail, and then tomorrow is going to be our last day with the mighty Bob. Yep. Everyone has been saying, "Oh, it's good to have Bob back."
I'll be gone.
I've been trying to put him to work as much as I can, but the slopes are calling. He's gonna go. He's gonna go find himself a ski bunny. But anyway, that's it. All right. Hope you guys like that. You know what? I will put this up and try to make another video, because what happens is I'll just shoot a little now and shoot a little later, and then it's the end of the day and you guys haven't got a video yet. So I'm going to send this up to you now. All right. See ya. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Be safe. What do you say, Lilo? He says, I'll see you on the one.